Howdy everyone in YouTube land. Good day to you all. Hope everybody's doing alright. Another lovely sunny day. Something that we've not been experiencing the last couple of weeks. Anyway, unfortunately I didn't get a chance to send out a video last week. I had some videos pre-made and I didn't set them up properly, so I do apologise for that. Anyone that did watch the last video, which was a couple of weeks ago, which I know you didn't, because it only got 2 views, which is shite, and I'm pretty sure my wife was probably the 2 viewers. Anyway, moving on. So essentially it was a wee dig at the Fender thing, but for the most part it was a discussion about what we could do with the channel and stuff, and what we do sort of going forward. Arguably probably the best video that I've put out was the video I done on this little East Coast. Now I didn't deep dive and go in and start stripping parts out and stuff to show what's inside it. What I did do was go over a reason to buy this guitar at the price it's at. It would serve you well if this was something that you wanted to do. So what do? You know, we talk about using guitar as a distraction method, and I think it's been going all right. You know, I've put a few ideas out and sort of highlighted some of the things that we can do, particularly breathing exercises and stuff. You know, but kind of wanted to talk about talking. Let's talk about talk, baby. Let's talk about talking, guys. And I made a picture. I always like it. If you didn't see it in the last video. This is my tumbleweed. So, when a shine joke comes up, I'll probably do that. So one of the things that I was wanting to talk about was talking about talking and talking, why talking's good. But also the fact that we're not great at it. Guys, we're terrible at it. Now, not stereotyping. I'm sure there's males and females out there that are guys, males. He's, theys, that are very good at talking about their feelings, and that's good. That they can get some of the difficult thoughts off their mind. There for many others, we are not good at it. Actually opening up and saying this is how I feel is quite a challenge for most guys, or for a lot of guys anyway. So what are we good at? We're good and comfortable at distracting ourselves with things like using our hands. So any tinkerers out there, I'm a bit like that myself. I actually quite enjoy tinkering with guitars. I like stripping them down. I like changing the pickups and doing things like that. I like giving them a nice setup as well, although I haven't really set up this one, and I think it's great for the price. So we're good at trying to kind of tinker and do things like that, sort of building and making things or fixing things and stuff. A lot of guys like to do that as a sort of mode of distraction. But females and males, sorry, again, not stereotyping. Many people have many likes and dislikes and hobbies and things like that. So if anybody's read back on any of the videos previously, or watched any videos previously, you'll understand what the plan was for the channel. That hasn't really changed. I still want to do a lot of stuff to try and support people with their mental health as much as I possibly can, by using basically the guitar as a way of distraction, a way of building coping mechanisms, getting outside of your head, all things that I've discussed in previous videos. So essentially the reason I'm thinking along the lines of guitar, why I like guitar, so basically if you pick up a guitar and you go to learn something or you go to play something now, a lot of these guys out there will tell you, it's all about structure and things like that. You need to keep a structure, you need to do it this way, you need to do it that way. No, not if you're doing it for a different reason. You might not necessarily be doing it to become a rock god. You might be doing it the same way as I do, and that's just to basically distract yourself from everyday life, right? So all the stressors that hit us, families and work, financial climate, and all these kind of things that are kind of sort of making things difficult. We end up ruminating about them. We think about them a lot. So we really need something that's going to take us out of our heads, which is where the guitar comes in. Okay, so going back to it, so it's about things that you might be comfortable using, sort of techniques that you'd be comfortable using, and building that sort of coping mechanism, which is going to be the guitar. Hopefully. Why do I use guitar? Why do I use that as my sort of main distraction and coping mechanism? Because playing a guitar for an hour can feel like 5 minutes. When you are getting into it and really enjoying playing, just even if it's just chords, You'll find yourself so distracted that you'll just drift away from everything that's going on around about you, and that's generally the idea. That's the principle behind it. We want that. We want to be able to kind of get out of our own minds for a little while, or out of our own heads. So why I find, for me personally, and this might not be for everyone, why I find it easier to sit and just play guitar than sitting down with someone and saying, this is how I feel, right? So my attention is focused on something, okay? I don't have to sort of feel pressured into talking about things that's going on or anything like that. It's more, right, I'll take some time away. I'm not going to allow it to consistently build up in my head. And this is where there's something that guys do a lot. We will consistently ruminate about the same things over and over and over again until such times as it gets to a stage where we are really struggling to cope. So we need that sort of break up. We need that time to ourselves. Okay, so what do you do when you pick up a guitar? Well, your hands are occupied. Your attention's focused on this and not other things. We've also discussed in one of the previous videos as well, we were talking about, those sort of emotional playing styles, how you're feeling at that moment in time. Do you play a bit harder? Do you play a bit softer? Or have you come home from work and you've just had such a shit day and you just need to let loose? So again, we went into a bit more detail in other videos and how your playing style can impact how you're feeling as well, which is really good. Overall, I genuinely feel like when it comes to it, playing guitar has been it's a hobby that I didn't have previously, until such times as I really, really struggled, and somehow it came to me, and I thoroughly enjoy playing guitar. I don't need to be a good guitarist. I really don't. I'm happy in my personal space, my little space. And just picking up a guitar and playing some stuff. That's essentially what it's all about. One of the biggest problems for people in general is the sort of that lost hobby problem as well. So maybe you've played an instrument previously, played guitar, obviously. Personally, me, when I was younger, I played drums, but again, I watched all my mates playing guitar and I was like, I can't do that, but actually I can do it to some degree. I'm quite happy with the levels that I can reach in my bedroom, because I'm not going to be going on stage anytime soon, and happy enough with that, because this is the reason I play guitar. So the kind of lost hobby issue, when you start doing things that you enjoy, and it's so understandable. As a dad myself, so you've got work, you've got your family responsibilities, then there's stress, life itself, financial things. You're essentially your kind of world is shrinking, because that's where your entire focus is. And naturally, at the end of the day, that's we have children for a reason. and in a lot of ways that's where our focus should be. But at the same time, we need to make some time for ourselves as well. Otherwise, you know, we're not going to be able to cope with all that on our shoulders. So you need to be able to step back and say, actually, I need some time myself. And this is why I say, pick up a guitar, start learning some chords, start using the techniques that are in the previous videos, the breathing exercises and things like that, and make sure that it's an enjoyable experience for you. If it's a crappy experience, you're not going to go back to it. So that kind of long lost hobby, if this is something that you've done before, you know, family and work and stressors and things like that, maybe go back to it. Maybe go, maybe see again a wee East Coast guitar. This is great for the money. You don't need to go out and buy a collection. As he says in the background, I do have a bit of a collection going on. Yes, I understand that not everyone can, and I'm sort of really fortunate to be able to do that. You know, it's been accumulated over a number of years. But if you wanted to just get back into playing guitar or pick up guitar for the first time, I can't recommend this wee beauty enough. A lovely little Telecaster style body, style guitar. It's got a lovely binding body and guitar neck. So that and a little cheap amp, you don't need to be spending loads of money, and using headphones is a good thing as well. I think I've discussed this in previous videos as also. You drown out external factors, and that's you know such a good option to have, being able to do that. I recently bought the little Sonic 8 Pocket, which is this tiny little sort of digital device that you can basically set up your all of your effects, all your effects in it, and you can make up like really cool and obviously when you're filming you can't remember the word, but you can set up all your effects and patches on that, and then basically it's rechargeable as well, and stick a set of headphones in it. You can walk about with it. It's tiny, it's like a wee square, and it sounds good as well. So that would probably be my suggestion for something that you want that's not too big, and if it's something that you want to get back into. So a question for you all: when was the last time you done something just because you enjoyed it? When was the last time that you walked past a guitar and went, I love playing guitar, I'm going to pick it up? Or when was the last time you said, I've got this hobby, or I want to try a new hobby, and done it because it's something that you're interested in? Okay, so connecting with things like guitar and instruments and music, it's not selfish. You need it, you really need it. Okay guys, remember, we can be under a lot of pressure, and we can feel like we are sort of obligated to not do things that we enjoy, and that's where a lot of the stress and stuff comes in. It's not a selfish thing, it's maintenance. You need to maintain your ability to cope, and that's the general idea. So I hope things are going well for everyone, and if not, please do try some of the techniques that have been on the previous videos, and please go back and watch some of them. Simple little things that can just help with your regulation and get you out of your own head. So important. And again, like, you can sit here for ages playing guitar. You know, you're not under pressure to talk to people. You're not under pressure to say, I'm struggling. What you're doing is you're taking that time away and trying to help regulate and maintain your emotions. If you are struggling, please do reach out to someone that you love and you care about, because they love you and they care about you. Okay, so please reach out, get help, get support. There's plenty of options available. I think I've put some in the links, some of the comments in the videos before previously, so you can maybe contact some crisis numbers if that's required. So moving on from that, one of the discussions that I had in the last video was what could we do with the channel, what else could we do with the channel, just to sort of make it a bit more entertaining, because I know obviously it's quite a difficult subject for people sometimes, and constantly sort of listening to me droning on about your mental health and, you know, how important good mental health is. It can be a bit of a struggle for people. So I thought I'd done this wee review on this guitar, and I think what I will possibly do or look at doing, if I get my hands on sort of stuff that's not hugely discussed on YouTube, and sort of reviewed on YouTube, I'll maybe do a wee review video. I have something super cool coming up. That'll be the next video. I'm just waiting on DPD delivering the bloody thing, if it ever does get here. Here's hoping. And it's basically a custom guitar that I purchased from a gentleman in England who is a guitar builder, and some of his work looked absolutely amazing. I have a dream guitar in my mind that I was unfortunately not able to purchase. I don't have the funds for it. I think it's probably like 3 or 4 times the price of what I paid for this, but there's an inspiration behind it. So my hope is that when it arrives today, I'm going to do another wee video on that. I'm not going to deep dive and strip it all down and pull out, you know, all the internals and stuff like that. I'm not troggly. I'm not, you know, going into that depth, unless that's something people want me to do. I'm just going to talk about the playability side of it, how the frets feel, how the guitar feels itself, how it looks. I will give people a warning beforehand, it is relic. So if that's not your thing, not really much I can do about it now. So if that's not your thing, please still watch it and explain to me why I paid a fortune for a guitar that's damaged. So I'll end this video here. Again, please reach out, you know, comment, like, subscribe, all of the above. If you've got a friend who's maybe finding things a wee bit difficult, bring them to the channel, maybe highlight some of the stuff that you can use as a distraction, namely guitar and breathing and different other coping mechanisms. And let's build this wee community up, and hopefully we'll have a good little community together that can support each other. That's the general idea, and we'll have some fun along the way with some of the guitars. Alright, take care, cheers, thank you for watching if you managed to get through it, and you know, I wish you a great day and good mental health. Take care, bye.